Hey guys, good morning. It's day 4. I am sorry. I am off my timetable. I know I was supposed to be here between 7 and 7:30, and I know that did not happen. So I apologize. I slept in. I'm still in my pajamas, like no makeup. I slept in, and which is unusual, totally unusual. But David's work is closed. My work is closed. The kids' schools are closed. Several, because of the hurricane, several local stores are closed. So we're all just kind of in. So yeah, I mean, this is me in the morning before coffee even. I woke up and started checking in on the weather. And so yeah, me in pajamas, and I hope that's okay for day 4. Day 4 is you can have that. I'm on page 125 in the book. Hopefully if you're new with our 28 day, if you're new to keto, you're feeling good at this point, just like a storm passing through. The keto flu should be passing through. You should be feeling more confident about the meals that you're. I'm sorry, somebody texted me. We should be paying more attention to meals. Meals should be, the hunger should be going away. As long as we're eating high fat, low carbohydrate, moderate protein, we should be feeling pretty good. Like I said, hopefully the keto flu is gone. You're adding salt. If you're feeling any tiredness or lethargy, you've been hopefully adding some salt to your foods, drinking some bone broth. Bone broth can always help with that. So anyway, I hope that by day 4, sorry, a friend is texting and I did not turn off my notifications. And I'm really frustrated with her because she's texting me that she ate crap last night. So I'm really getting aggravated with her. So anyway, I'm going to get her when I get off this Facebook Live. She's like, I did great for 12 days and last night. And I'm like, seriously, I didn't want to hear it. Like, don't call me now. You could have called me last night before you ate the crap. But anyway, so no patience. You know me, no patience with that. So anyway, I'll get her after this. But day 4, like I said, I keep getting interrupted, but day 4, you should be feeling a lot better. If you're not feeling as good as you think you should, if you're still struggling with hunger, increase your fat. If you're still struggling with hunger, in the beginning, this is really important. If you're having upset tummy or nausea, it may be too much fat. You may need to back off the fat. But if you're just getting started, make sure you've got your bone broth, you've got your salt, make sure you're getting your fat, eating to hunger, only eating with hunger. That's the important part of this week. And we're almost through the week. I mean, this is day 4. The weekend's coming up. And I want to talk a little bit about the weekend. Because what happened for me was I did great. As long as I was in my kitchen, my foods, eating from my fridge and my pantry, it was a lot easier. You know, I could make the yumminess foods that I wanted. When the weekend came and we were eating out, or when it came to having a lunch out with colleagues, that was scary for me because I didn't know what to order. I didn't know how to order. That is exactly why I included in the book those restaurant guides. And I made up, if you look on page 84, 84. There's a sample from a Mexican restaurant. There's a menu, and I walk you through that. That's why I included those menus. So the weekend's coming up. It's Thursday. If you're not like me in the hurricane zone, you may be going out to eat with friends and family for the weekend. And so I write about it on page 125 on day 4. I write about going out to dinner, and we were at a steak restaurant, and they passed around those yeast rolls. The yeast rolls came to the table, and everybody's yumming on those, and I'm eating peanuts at the table, and someone says to me at the table, "Oh, don't you want a yeast roll?" And then they follow it with, "Oh, but you can't have that." What I heard was, you can't have that. And it stopped me. It brought out that inner 3-year-old. It brought out that person, that kid, that child who was always being told no. And how many of us love being told no? Not me. If you know me at all, you'll know that the fastest way to trigger me is to tell me no. Like, I do not like that word. Yes, maybe, or some other word, but the word no for a lot of us is an alert. So when I was told, "Oh, you can't have that," I heard the no, and I immediately went into that 3-year-old. Well, yes, I can have that. And at that moment is when I decided something really important. I decided, yeah, I can have that yeast roll, but more importantly, I decided I don't want that yeast roll. Now, why did I make that decision? I sat there, I had read the science. I understood this is so, so key. If you haven't read the first part of the book, or you haven't read Gary Taubes' Why We Get Fat, if you haven't come to understand how and why low carb, high fat works, then you need to do that. Because I was able to take it from an emotional decision, the emotional decision of, I want that bread, everybody else is having it, or I got told no and everybody else is having it. Instead of that emotional decision of, I want that, I'm going to eat it, I made an objective decision. I made that rational decision of not, I'm being deprived. I made that rational decision of, I don't want that. If I eat that, what I rationalized, what I reasoned was, if I eat that, my blood glucose goes up, right? So my blood glucose stays unstable. If I eat that, in order to process that food, my body has to release insulin. So what I understood from Gary Taubes was, once the insulin comes out, insulin's that fat storage hoarder hormone. It shoves the fat into the cells, or the glucose, right? Because glucose gets stored as fat, right? If it doesn't get burned, it gets stored as fat. So it goes into the cells as fat, and fat's a lot harder to get out and burn than the glucose. So I sat there at the table being offered the yeast rolls, sitting there going, I'm not going to eat that. And thinking about the insulin running around. I had this visualization, and I'm such a visual person. This really actually helped me. I had this visualization of the insulin running through my body, shoving fat into cells, and I could feel my arms getting fatter. Now, how many of us really want our arms to get fatter? We don't, right? And so it was easy for me. And what I said in those, that brief moment of being offered the yeast roll, being told, oh no, you can't have it, visualizing the insulin soldier meanie guys processing the bread and making my arms fatter. In that brief period of time, I was able to say, well, I can have that. I don't want it. I can eat it. I choose not to. And what was important was that I was in control. It was my choice. I made the decision. I wasn't being deprived. No one was telling me what I could or couldn't have, but I was choosing not to have it because I wanted something better for myself. Hear that. I chose not to have it because I wanted something better for myself. I think of this a lot of time like money. I have a weakness for shoes. Y'all know that if you follow me at all. I have a weakness for shoes, and I have a weakness for pocketbooks. Love pocketbooks. I think it's genetic, totally genetic. My paternal grandmother was that way, my dad's mom. Shoes and pocketbooks. But I also understand, and I figured this out as a teenager, I understand that if I buy the pocketbook that I want, I often have no money to put into it. And I remember I was young. I was probably, 14 or 15, and I was in a JCPenney store like a long time ago, and there was a pocketbook there that was, maybe it was $12 or $14. I really wanted that pocketbook. So back when I was that age, that was a lot of money, and I really wanted that pocketbook, and I was going to buy it, and I was scraping together my money, wherever I'd earned money, birthdays or something, I don't know. And I realized, standing in the store, if I buy this, I don't have any money to put in it. And so I remember putting the pocketbook back. And it's the same kind of thing with when we're making those food decisions. This is what I want. I know my why, right? If you didn't do that, do it. Know your why. When you know your why and you think, what do I want? I want to be able to fit between the studs in the basement when the storm comes. What do I want? I want to be able to not be hungry, not be diabetic. I want to be able to lose weight. So I want these things as I'm focused on what I want. I'm focused on and what I want to be different. And then this yeast roll comes along, right? This bread comes along, and you think, well, wait a minute. This bread keeps me from what I want most in the world. That's what I want most. And that's when the decision becomes mine, right? It's not up to whoever's offering me the yeast roll. It's not up to all the people sitting at the table who are eating the yeast rolls. It's up to me. They didn't make that decision. I make the decision because in this moment, what I want most in all the world is to be healthy. That's what I want most. I can have the immediate gratification of the coffee with, heavy cream and Starbucks, whatever. I can make that decision, but that decision doesn't take me closer to what I want most in the world. It is Thursday, day 4. You can have that on page 125. Just for today, I can choose to eat anything I want, and I choose not to eat the high-carb foods that make me sick. I'm going to choose to be healthy today. I'm going to choose to be healthy tomorrow. I'm going to choose to be healthy every single stinking day. Now, 2 updates I need to give you. Two. Last night I got in the kitchen, actually 3. I need to give you 3 updates. Last night I got in the kitchen. I needed some kitchen therapy. And I got in the kitchen and I made some pumpkin cookies. Someone here was asking about pumpkin cookies. I will share that recipe. I've made them once, but I think they're pretty darn tasty. David likes them. He doesn't really like pumpkin spice, but I had that leftover pumpkin and needed to use it. So if you're looking for pumpkin cookies, I will post that recipe. Second thing, I am behind getting these videos on YouTube. It has been quite hectic preparing for the storm. I apologize for that. I'm going to try to work on that today. So look for that. I'll be posting when we get it. So I do apologize. It's totally my fault. But with this little storm, we've had a lot to do. But I'm home today. We should have power today. And then that's the third thing I wanted to tell you. People are asking, how are you doing in the storm? I'm getting all kinds of messages. I do apologize. I'm not able to respond to private messages because I get so many of them through Instagram, through Twitter, through the website. So I'm not able to respond, and I apologize. But just a quick update on our family. We are fine. The storm is going a little bit further south than we anticipated. Our big concern our big fear is flooding. The storm is supposed to stall, and it's such a massive storm. So even though it's to our south, we're going to get huge amounts of rain. When Hurricane Matthew came through, we had 7 inches of rain. That's when our basement flooded. We're a little concerned about that. The rain is supposed to start in earnest later today, really bad Friday, Saturday, and the rain may last here through Tuesday. And so that's our biggest concern, is just the flooding. Other than that, I think we're well prepared. We're not going to go hungry. There may be some tornadoes, but we're, right now there's so many unknowns. So I understand that the rain is worse to our east at the coast, and so we're certainly thinking about and praying for our extended family and friends. I think of everybody as family, right? We're thinking about them as well. So if you're in that area, please stay safe. We'll be thinking about you. So I'll be here as long as I can. If we lose power, I expect it could be as early as tomorrow, probably closer to Friday evening, Saturday. So I'll be here. That's why I want to go ahead and get those videos posted on YouTube. So I will check in as I find a way. Remember, I told you yesterday that my family's always said they're going to put a cell phone in the casket, because if anybody will find a way to call back, I will. And so if I can find a way to be here with you guys live, I will be. So anyway, so you guys stay safe. Day 4, you can have that. If you're going out for the weekend, look at the guide. Stay safe, right? That's the acronym we use in the book. Scan the menu, ask questions, find options, and eat until you're satisfied, not until your plate is clean. So stay on plan, and I'm going to go beat up the friend who was texting me her craziness, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you around in the group. I'll be posting the cookie recipe shortly. Take care. Bye.